Tania is going to be talking about, the topic of divorce in real estate. It's a tough topic. It's a tough situation. Tania and I deal with a lot of different clients that are going through the divorce process. We do have several divorce attorneys that refer their cases to us because of the way that we've set it up here at Engel and Volkers, and the process and the empathy that we, that we have for these folks. It's not an easy time. So let's jump into that, Tania.
Divorce is considered like the second most stressful event in someone's life that they could go through. So
what's one?
I believe it's death of a spouse.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because divorce is kind of like the death of a spouse. Yeah. All right. Okay.
Sure. I mean, there's definitely a grieving process. And when you add dividing property to that, I mean, that creates more stress. I mean, basically, your home is considered where you're secure, your stability. Yeah. So giving that up possibly or not, the uncertainty is really scary for a lot of people.
What are you doing to guide your clients through that?
I mean, basically, as an agent, I mean, you're supposed to be a neutral third party, but what you can guide is the communication. I mean, sometimes if you're going through a divorce, I mean, that communication is completely broken down. Yeah. So, I mean, you're the go-between sometimes between those divorcing spouses, as well as, I mean, you definitely want to be, have confidentiality of some information that you're hearing from either spouse. And I mean, you're handling the transaction with the marketing and negotiating and the paperwork. I mean, But I think most important is, and you hit on that in the beginning, is having empathy. I mean, you might spend longer time just hearing them. Sometimes they need that listening ear, and that's, super important. The parties can decide how they want to divide up the property. But I mean, when they can't decide, that's when the court steps in. I mean, Rhode Island is an equitable distribution state. So, I mean, what that means is the court attempts to divide marital assets fair and equitably. So they take things into consideration. That might be what each spouse is earning, if one spouse monetarily contributed to another's education, as well as non-monetary contributions such as raising the children.
But one of the things that I did learn is that if you purchased any type of assets before your marriage, those may not be up for grabs from your spouse.
I did hear that as well, but if you purchase them together, even though you're not married, they seem to treat that as a match.
Correct.
Which is what I've experienced.
Correct. So, I mean, basically the best advice that I can give anybody on this subject is make sure, if you're not in an amicable situation, and that's always the best case. If you are, get a mediator still. So you have professional guidance on that end. And if not, then unfortunately, then you're going to want to get a divorce attorney